Hello. Hello to all you lovely people listening currently at the minute. I am subdued today. Today, I'm going to try... Well, I'm not going to try. It's actually going to come quite naturally to me because I am rather subdued as it is. But today's going to be a more calm podcast. It's going to be a little bit more calm, tranquil. We're going to be using our inside voices. I feel as though every other episode, it's been as though we're in the middle of a festival. But we're not. We're in my home. And so we're going to keep it a little bit calm, selfishly, because I'm not in the mood to scream. Sometimes you wake up and you're not in the mood to scream, and that's okay. That's all right. But today, I'm going to be, I feel as though for the last however many weeks, I'm going to blame the male producer. Because I feel as though for the last however many weeks, I haven't actually been speaking about anything of value, you know? Because men aren't of value. And therefore, his energy... Sorry, he's in the room. He's in the room and that's why I'm speaking. So, no, men are sometimes valuable for their money. No. I feel as though, but genuinely, I feel as though I haven't really been saying anything of value. I've just been wah, you know, with no actual points to make. So today, some of the requests I've had and some of the comments I've had to me specifically are about confidence and being confident in a world that puts you down. So I'm going to speak about being confident and working on your confidence in light of those things. Should we get on with the show? I think we should. This is In Ayame We Trust. I am Ayame and you trust me, it seems. Isn't it lovely to be someone that people trust? This podcast is available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And if you want to watch it visually, you can do so on my YouTube. That's Ayame.P. And the podcast, as I said, was In Ayame We Trust. I think we should open our ears and listen to when I speak. Yep. So let's get on with the pissing show. Now, I feel as though... No, I don't feel as though... There's often this idea that being confident, you have to not care about other people's opinions. And I think that's a load of trollop. And I'll tell you for why. I care so much about what people think about me. And yet, here I am, confident. I think you have to. Otherwise, you don't really end up looking after yourself. Yes? Because if you think about it, if I didn't care about other people's opinions, I wouldn't care to... I mean, I look disheveled right now, but I'm still beautiful, so it's okay. But I wouldn't dress up for events because I wouldn't care. I'd just wear the most comfortable thing as opposed to the most beautiful thing. I wouldn't, buy, makeup and skincare products because I wouldn't care about my skin. I'd just leave it to fester and age because I wouldn't care. I think we should all care about what people think and other people's opinions. I think there's a fine line between, not even a fine line. You have to care about your own opinion more because, as I say, not caring will put you in a position of not looking after yourself, not wanting to do the best for yourself, not wanting to, do anything that benefits you because who cares? Who cares? I don't care what other people think. Who cares? But you should care. You should care about where you're going and how you are perceived because it's always good to be... I'm not going to look at you because you're moving. It's always good to be beautiful and smart and work on your intelligence so that other people know you're intelligent. But you have to also say, okay, people may not like this dress that I'm wearing. Imagine that I'm wearing a dress. If you're listening, here's a little meditation exercise. If you're listening, close your eyes, okay? Close your eyes right now. And what you're going to do, I'm closing my eyes as well if you are not watching. What you're going to do, you're going to imagine yourself in a fitting room, okay? You're in this fitting room and the attendant says, I've got these 2 dresses for you, sweet. I've got these 2 dresses for you. There's the one that you picked out. I don't like it. I know I'm just an attendant, but I don't like it. I'm giving you my opinion. In fact, it's ugly. I hate it. It's disgusting. I don't like it, it's not my style. But there's this dress that you don't like that much. Oh, let me close my eyes. You don't like that much. But I think you should wear it. I think you should wear it because it just looks so nice. It looks so great. But you prefer the first dress. It's about valuing your own opinion more and sticking with that and picking the first dress. That's what confidence is about for me. Because as I say, I do care about other people's opinions. I care if people think I stink. I care about if people think I am not well dressed. I care about if people think I'm stupid. I care. But I also know my own source. And I know that my opinion of myself is I don't stink. I wash regularly. And I do dress well. And I do read. So I'm smart. And that's step one in owning confidence. Caring about what other people think. Caring about what other people think. That's confidence. But caring about what you think more. Isn't this so subdued and tranquil and calm? I hope you're learning. I hope you're learning from this. Because that leads me on to my second point about confidence. And this is specifically for the people that don't speak with conviction. Say, for example, sorry, there was a noise in the back. Say, for example, me and this man producer that's currently behind the camera. Say, for example, he wanted to go to dinner. And I was sheepish and I was shy. And I was really in the mood. Okay, if there are more noises around me, I swear to God, my best friend just coughed in the back. What was I saying now? I'm going to scream at her, but she's on a work call. If I was, let's say someone invites you to dinner and you're really in the mood for Italian or something. But it's just like, oh yeah, whatever you want, because I'd rather them have what they want. I don't want to, put my opinion out there because, it doesn't matter. My opinion doesn't matter. Why? Why? Why doesn't your opinion matter? Why doesn't it matter that you want to go to Italian regardless of what the other person wants? I think that's something you need to work on in therapy. If you're one of those people that kind of hides or downplays what you want to do to benefit other people, or you decide to suppress any feelings of upset. Let's say someone's offended you, but you just say, I'll just get over it myself, I won't tell them because I don't want to have any conflict. Why do they matter more than you do? I think that's something you need to think about. I think that's something you need to question. Why does their opinion, feeling, wish matter more than your own? Because I'll tell you right now, it doesn't. They could be the hoot and heck president, and it still matters that you want to go to Italian. You know what I mean? Oh, my washing machine's done. It plays a song. If anyone's got it, I think it's a Samsung. Speaking of Samsung, they just closed all their Israeli offices. But it is a Samsung. It is a Samsung. The music isn't even done. When I said that the washing machine is finished, it's still going. Now it's done. She sings a little song for me, my little washing machine. She's such a little washerwoman. But anyway, what were we saying? We were talking about why you're not important. Stop that. Stop being a stupid idiot. Stop being so dumb. You're so important. And those are my 2 points about confidence. How long's it been?
10 minutes.
That's fine. Maya. I said Maya as if stuttering, but her name is actually Maya. That's just a funny little inside joke. You wouldn't know because you're not part of it. I was going to say another point about speaking with conviction. I think there's something to really be said. Something that really pisses me off. And this is more so about bettering yourself in this new age, in this new 2024 year that we're working on. Speaking with conviction, something that really pisses me off is when people set goals or they think about the person they want to be, and they speak in an idealistic sense. They don't speak with conviction. For example, say I really decided that this year I want to start painting. I'm really starting to like the idea of painting. I just want to paint. In fact, I painted that. The flaming June art behind me, I painted that actually. That was actually me. Yeah. Don't look it up. But say, for example, I said I wanted to start painting. And I said, you know what, I'm going to start. Shut up. Shut your mouth, actually. Shut your little mouth. Because if you wanted to start... Sorry, so many people are texting me. Should we read it out? ADHD. It's gone. When you speak in such a wishy-washy way, as in, I want to start, oh no, I might start, I would really like to start, and you don't speak with conviction, it doesn't exist, it doesn't happen, because you haven't allowed it to happen. And let me elaborate more. When you change, for example, say I changed the way I spoke about painting to, do you know what, next week I'm going to buy some paints and I'm going to paint a, if you don't stop filming me right now, I can see you, I can see you, I can see you, I can see you. I am filming right now. Great. Sorry, my producer just got out his telephone camera and decided to film me as though this is an appropriate time. I'm speaking to people that lack confidence, Hussam. He obviously doesn't give a hoot and heck about any of you, but I do. I'm here to protect you against these stupid, imbecilic men. And the question is, would you rather be in a forest with Hussam or a bear? Anyway, that's a private joke. We had a debate about it and he tried to, well, another man tried to say a man over a bear. We'll discuss it later. What was I saying? You've run me off my train of thought. Speaking with conviction, shut up. Speaking with conviction. Because you're already speaking it into existence by speaking with conviction. When you speak in a wishy-washy tone, you're already allowing yourself to step out of it, to walk away from it. You're giving yourself the opportunity to then be like, no, not today. If you're really passionate, and powerful, if you really want it to happen, speak with conviction and make it happen. And those are my points for today. Because as I say, I feel like for the last few weeks, I haven't really been speaking about anything. What did we speak about last week? Periods. Who gives a hoot and heck? I do. Because I'm a woman and I care about women's health. But at the same time, an hour long thing about periods. Then the week before was rabies. Do you know what I mean? There's no real lesson. Although I did learn that rabies is fatal. Rabies is fatal. Okay. I'm not allowed to speak about rabies anymore. First of all, you do not tell me what to do. Back to rabies. Rabies is... No, I'm going to talk about rabies. Well, that's that section. Oh, that's that section. I'm going to move on to the next section, which is wacky things that have happened in the news. I have a couple of news articles that I have. My producer's staring me down because he wants to give me his stupid boy ones that are probably about football or not wiping your ass. And so we're just gonna do that. Yeah. I'm intrigued to know what your news articles are. I have mine. Just if you could read them out and then I'll decide whether I want them.
Mustafa.
No. Mustafa from The Lion King or Mustafa?
Mustafa.
Oh.
The Lion King trailer has dropped the new movie about him.
Mustafa?
Mustafa.
His name is Mustafa. It's got a T. Mustafa?
Mufasa.
Not us both arguing about the wrong name, both sides. Mufasa has... Who's Mufasa?
The evil guy.
No, that's Scar. Scar is... Long story short, the news article is that they're going to make an origin story about Mufasa. Is it going to be live action? Blue Ivy? No, she does not.
And guess who's playing her mom?
Beyonce and Blue Ivy? Wait, didn't Beyonce just do the album for the Lion King?
She was in it. She was not like that.
You better tell me what's bigger. That one. I am Beyonce. That's great. That's good news. Well done. Well done. You did. That was good news. Well done. Okay, so Mufasa origin story, Blue Ivy and Beyonce. I swear to piss. I swear to pissing heck. This is the best. Oh, it's Disney though. Anyway, what was I saying? That's good news. Well done. Mufasa is it? Oh yeah, it's live action. Is it live action or are they voicing it?
Their voice that was live.
Who would Blue Ivy be? She can't be Mufasa. That's exciting. Well, that's exciting news, but it's more of an announcement. I'd like something to talk about, Hussam. Is that your only piece of news? No. Well, I have a piece of news for you. And it's from, as I said, I think I mentioned last week or the week before, that Sky News has a category for wacky news. Like news that doesn't quite make it to the headlines, but it's crazy. We got to talk about it. And so, do you guys remember what happened in Glasgow, that Wonka event that traumatized people? They're recreating it in LA. Hussam has the same piece of news and he's very excited. The Wonka, let's read the title. The Wonka-inspired chocolate experience in Los Angeles that mimics Glasgow event attracts dozens. First of all, can we talk about how dozens isn't a lot? Like a dozen is 12. So it attracts multiples of 12. How many multiples? 2? 24 people were there. That was quick math. See how smart I am? See how good I am at math? I got an A. I got a B. Attendees were invited to step into a world of pure imagination where they were given 2 free jelly beans per $44 ticket. What? They were given 2, as in a pack of jelly beans. Both are terrible. As in a pack of jelly beans, 2 packs of jelly beans, or 2 individual jelly beans per ticket. I guess they're doing it to make it a really terrible experience. But at the same time, why would you do that? And here, let me get into that. Let me explain why. It says, a Willy Wonka-inspired experience in Glasgow that reduced children to tears and prompted calls to the police has inspired a similar event in Los Angeles, drawing dozens of curious fans. The original £35 a ticket to Willy's chocolate experience. They should have rethought that name. Let's be really honest. Willy's chocolate experience. Anyway, in Scotland, made headlines and sparked dozens of memes after images emerged showing its near-empty warehouse location, decorated with only a handful of props and bouncy castle. But I guess they're recreating it. Promoters have now created a Californian version attempting to mirror the underwhelming decor. But like, why would you pay to be underwhelmed? Like, why would you pay? The whole gimmick of it was that they were actually being serious. They wanted this to be a real Willy Wonka chocolate experience. Why would you pay to know that it's going to be a problem? The memes have already been created. This is why I hate LA. Because, no, we won't get into that because that is a long conversation to be had. But why are you trying to jump on a bandwagon that's already been bandwagoned? Do you know what I mean? Find your own thing. Find your own thing. It happened in Glasgow. They failed. Why are you trying to copy their failure? You can't be authentic in anything, so you have to copy failure. I wouldn't buy the ticket. It's the long story short. And that's that piece of news. The next piece of news, I don't know if you've heard about Milan. I was there. They are banning ice cream, or plan to ban ice cream, pizza and more after midnight in new proposed law. After a failed attempt back in 2013, Milan is once again trying to get late night ice cream eaters off its streets, with the local government proposing a new law that could come into effect next month. That's a quick law turnaround. Next month. Milan is proposing to ban ice cream after midnight in an effort to protect the tranquility of residents. Now, let's be honest. Well, when you're drunk, you'll eat anything, really. Let's be really frank. But at the same time, would I think, oh, do you know what? Crime is up. The streets are loud. I need to sleep at night. Ban ice cream. You know, ice cream isn't really like a culprit. I get the pizza. Maybe it's like late night eating so that people just drink and go home, or they'll just continue drinking. I think the alcohol is the issue here for the tranquility. I don't think it's the ice cream. Ice cream is a silent food as well. It's not crunchy unless you eat the cone. Why don't you just ban cones? Why don't you just ban ice cream cones, Milan? This is a message to Milan. Why don't you just ban ice cream cones? Because ice cream cones are crunchy, they're loud, but the ice cream itself is soft, it's quiet. It's also a tricky food to eat. I don't think it's the ice cream. I don't think we should be villainizing ice cream is the point I'm making here. Because if you think about it, it's a tricky food to eat while just talking and being like pizza. I understand because pizza you can be like slice of pizza here, pizza's fine, is untouched. Ice cream you have to keep an eye on it because that bitch will melt in your fingers if you don't eat it quick. First of all, also it's not like a food that you can eat and also no phone calls in the house, please. Sorry. Maya's phone started ringing. Who is it? Who is it, Maya? Fraud. Fraud. Anyway, long story short, Milan, although I didn't have ice cream at night, I wouldn't have ice cream at night unless I was pissing drunk and there was nothing else. But I wouldn't be drunk and be like, oh, do you know what I could eat? Ice cream. You wouldn't know, but don't drink. Anyway, it would kick in at 12:30 on weekdays and 1:30 on weekends. What? It just makes no sense to me, Milan. If you're listening to this, Milan, it makes no sense to me. I think you should do other efforts. Also, you're a tourist destination and people come to you for Italian delicacies. So they're going to want their gelato and their margarita at any time because they're in Milan. They expect it. Same way if someone came over to the UK and we said, no fish and chips after 12. They'd be like, what are you talking about? I literally just came here for that. You know? Do you know how weird that is? Like ban burgers, but your delicacies, your heritage, why are we banning your heritage? Be proud of your heritage. And that is mind you, they've broken up. Oh, hold on. Read it. Shut up. Love Island winners Kai Fagan and Samam Harinanan engaged. Oh, they're engaged. Oh, I've never met them. I don't know these people, but that's so sweet. They didn't win though, did they?
They did.
Did they? Yeah. No, they didn't. I'm so sure white people always win.
Love Island winners.
They won? Oh, wow. So they're proving that they should have won. Well done, guys. Well done for the POCs out there. You did it for us. Well done on congratulations on your engagement. Well, that's the news. Let's recap. There's going to be a Lion King origin story about Mustafa. It's Mufasa. Yeah. Who's Mustafa?
Any person.
No, I'm so sure there's someone in power called Mustafa. Hold on. And it's Mustafa. Mustafa. Oh, it's just member of the Palestinian Legislative Council. That's how I knew him. No, I didn't. There's so many Mustafas in this world. Wow. Well, yeah, let's recap. Mufasa origin story. Glasgow's awful event of Willy Wonka is going to be recreated in Los Angeles for the shits and gigs. And not for shits and gigs, for shits and giggles. Milan is banning ice cream and pizza after 12:30 on weekdays and 1:30 a.m. on weekends. And Kai, to Love Islanders, got engaged. Congratulations, guys. What a lovely, well-rounded piece of news. Should we move on to the next bit? I think we should. The next part is where I go through all of your agonies that you've sent me, or the problems that you're having. You guys have so many issues. So we're going to go through those and just work them out together. As I mentioned, as I mentioned last week, I'm going to be picking them at random because I like when they're random. I like when they have no real, Let's start with the first one ever on the list. Let's not. Let's start with the one after that. I don't like that one either. Hold on. Okay. I've got one here. Let's get into it. Dear Ayame, First of all, I love you so much. Thank you. Anyway, so basically I've had a crush on someone for 2 years. I never understand you people. Have you had a crush on someone for 2 years? And a crush, let me say, I'm going to assume you haven't actually, sorry. This is aggressive. It's not an aggressive day, is it? It's not an aggressive day. Have you had a crush on someone for 2 years and haven't told them? 2 years. You've spent 2 years thinking someone's attractive and they don't know. I'm going to assume they don't know. Or they do know. They've maybe rejected you. Happens to the best of us. It's happened to me. And you still crush on them instead of moving on. Get a grip. Is that my stomach? Oh. Eat before you come here. Ramadan is over. What was my question? Yeah, 2 years. 2 years. Untie. Had a crush on someone for 2 years, and recently I have just found out that they are with someone else. Okay. And they are always together and will not shut up about it. They're in a relationship, babe. They're in a relationship. Will not shut up about it, and I'm seeing them every day. And because I go to boarding school, oh, you're a child. Get out. It's okay. You already said you love me, so that's fine. I'm constantly with them and it's really annoying me now. What's your advice on this? The only advice I can give you, my darling, if you're in boarding school, you're how old? I'm going to say and hope and pray you're over the age of 16. Because anything under that is strange for me to be speaking to you and giving you advice about boys. It's strange for me to do it now, really. Get a grip. That's my point. You obviously go to a mixed school, unless you're a lesbian. Well, you're obviously attracted to a sex within your school, let's say. The person that you are crushing on does not like you back. Maybe you've never plucked up the courage to tell them that you like them and you've missed your opportunity there. Maybe you have, and you just haven't received what you wanted back. Either way, you're not in a position where you're with them. And now you're upset because they're with someone else, because maybe you missed your opportunity, or maybe they're just not for you. And you're surrounded by them. But you're also surrounded by several other people that you can focus your attention on. You can also focus your attention on your studies. I know GCSEs are currently happening. A-levels are somewhat round the corner. Let's focus on studies and less on unrequited love. I think it's absolutely ridiculous, personally. And maybe because, no, I never had a crush for that long. My crushes would last about a month. I'd figure out whether they like me and then find another one. There's so many people on this planet. Stop crushing on 2 years. You've wasted 2 years on someone just sitting thinking, one day they'll love me. What? Get a grip, my darling. Get a grip. Find someone else to crush on. Find someone else to crush on, if need be. Do something with your time that is, I don't know, enjoyable. Get a hobby. Do some sports. I don't know what you do at boarding school. I was actually meant to go to boarding school. Here's a little note. I went and I applied to boarding school. I applied to Christ Hospital boarding school. It was for, they had this thing, I think, for low income families that was like, we'll let you stay on a low income. My mum was like, yeah, single mum, council house. And we had a sleepover. This is a real digression, but I just thought I'd tell you. We had a sleepover with all the kids that had applied. They got through the first part because the first part we had like an interview with like 4 old white men, and I wrote a poem and I did a test, passed the test, and they loved my poem, those white men. But then there was the sleepover part, which is like the practical side, the practical lesson, so to speak. The practical test to see whether I would fit in Christ Hospital. And they said it was too loud. I was 10. But it all worked for the best because I went to an all-girls school and became bisexual. No. Anyway, long story short, stop crushing on this person that obviously is in a relationship and happy. Also, you're like 6, so this will not matter in about a year, let alone your adulthood. Get a grip. I love you. Next one. I'm 25 years old and have never been in a romantic relationship. I feel like I've had so many of these where people are so concerned about the fact that they've never been in a romantic relationship. Go. I'm worried no one will ever love me. I've tried my best at dating, but all the males I've met aren't good enough. That's not a you thing. That's just life. Will being alone for the rest of my life be good enough? How do people get in relationships? Am I doing it wrong? Go. First of all, personally, here's the thing. Here's the 2 things. And as I say, I'm 27, so I've literally lived inshallah, I lived really long, but I've only lived maybe a quarter of my life. So I can't really give you full wholesome advice. I also haven't ever been married. I've been in a long relationship, I've been in good relationships, good, bad relationships. So I guess I can give a well-rounded view. I still believe that being alone isn't necessarily, what's the word? Catastrophic. I think you can definitely still be happy being alone, and you're not going to be alone for the rest of your life. You're 25, my girl. You're 25. You are 25 years of age. Even if you were 50, I would say you literally don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, let alone in your future. But I don't think that being in a relationship is the be all and end all. I think you can definitely, and if you work on enjoying your own company and loving yourself and valuing yourself, you can definitely enjoy things for yourself, by yourself. There are things that you can get from a relationship, like experiences you can have. Sex! Unless you don't want to have sex. But get a vibrator. Anyway, there are experiences you can have that become a lot more enjoyable when you have a partner, of course. But I don't think, it's not like you don't tap it. It's not like a absolutely incredible experience that if you don't ever get it, your life is shit. I don't believe that at all. It can be very enjoyable, but your life itself can still be incredibly enjoyable without it, if that makes sense. Secondly, you tried your best at dating, but all the males aren't good enough. Welcome to the world. Welcome to the world of men in it. It's hell. Men are disgusting, especially in the dating period. They're terrible. They have egos that are just the size of this planet itself. So you are going to encounter terrible men when it comes to dating. It's difficult. You've got to push past it. You've got to know what you want and stick to what you want, and not drop your drop your requirements or your standards because you're not finding it, because you will. Do not lower your standards to match anyone. Allow people to meet you at your standards, basically. And thirdly, how do people get into relationships? They put themselves out there and they make themselves vulnerable, I would say, is how you get into relationships. You make yourself vulnerable, you put yourself out there, and you stick with your standards. I think that's how you get into a good relationship. How you get into you can find a relationship anywhere. I think the good thing is the fact that you're 25 and have never been in a romantic relationship. It shows to me that, because I mean, men are not hard to come by. They're everywhere. They're easy to get. They're dogs. They're disgusting. Unless they're homosexual. They're better. But men are not hard to come by. So you've obviously made the decision to reject certain people, not put yourself in certain positions because you're holding out. Keep that up and it will come. You're 20 pissing 5. Get a grip. Where was I when I was 25? I'd just become a content creator when I was 25. And I just got into a relationship. I thought I was going to get married. Moving on. No, get a grip. You're fine. You're 25. You've got life to live. Stop fretting about whether you're going to get in a relationship. How about you fret about whether you're going to, achieve certain dreams, whether you're going to achieve certain goals this year. Unless being in a relationship this year is a goal for you, terrible goal, in my opinion, terrible goal, because it doesn't, you're basically you're setting a goal that relies on another person being on job. Set goals that rely on you being on job. Personally, don't set a goal to be in a relationship. They're not that great. I mean, they're great, but it's not like... Anyway, I'm going to do one more.
You should talk about how you think everyone fancies you.
Everyone does fancy me. Do you know, but here's the thing. And I think, here's the thing. There are some like white men that I know don't fancy me because they're already just like predisposed to like white women. Do you know what I mean? They haven't really been opened up to the world of POC. You know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying here? You'll know what I'm saying if you're a woman of colour. They're the type of white men that also don't date women that are in any way above a size 10. Those type of white men. I know they don't. There's white men I'll meet like that I know don't fancy me. And I don't need them. That's fine. But majority of the people on this planet, men, women. I was going to say an animal, but that's bestiality. You could be anything and I think you fancy me. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? I believe in my own source. Do you know what I mean? Why? What? And if you don't, there's actually something wrong with me. Wrong with you, sorry. In my head, there's something wrong with you. If you look at me, you even speak to me. You can't even speak to me. If you speak to me, have a conversation with me, and you still don't think, oh, wow, you're fucking weird, mate. What? I'm really smart and I'm really pretty. And I'm really funny as well. It doesn't make sense to me that you can't fancy me. Everyone in this planet fancies me. Everyone. Unless you're a white man that likes skinny white women. You'll never fancy me. First of all, you are not a white man and you don't like skinny white women. Do you like skinny white women? Skinny black women? Anyway. Here we go. Here we go. We've got a long one. This is the time where we put the laptop on the lap. Dear Ayame. Oh, I think this is from a man or a lesbian. It's a lesbian. It's a lesbian, guys. It's a lesbian. Here we go. But I think it's a lesbian child. Yeah, it's a lesbian child. It's a child that's a lesbian. What's the word for a child lesbian? Just lesbian? Yeah. Child lesbian. So, dear Ayame, so my ex-girlfriend broke up with me because she was not ready for a relationship. I respect it, but she said, I love you first. So she love bombed you. She poured her heart out into a Valentine's gift for me and then broke up with me 2 days later. No, I can't laugh. I can't laugh. That's not a laughable matter. You are struggling. I love her and can't see myself with anyone else. You're a child. You can barely see the end of the week. Stop being silly. I feel like my whole world was ripped from underneath me. You write so poetically, my darling. I felt like we were very happy. I miss her and I'm giving her space. Good. But it's hard because I have to go to school with her. She's a child. It's an all-girls school. I went to an all-girls school. Her friends were also mine. And even before we were together, they were my friends and treat me like and now they treat me like I'm the bane of their existence. Or I'm the worst person on earth. Do you know what? It's so funny reading things from children. Because you know when when you were that age and something like this was like earth shattering. Reading it now as an adult, it's kind of like, oh, I get you. Because in that moment right now, this is earth shattering. The fact that you've broken up with your girlfriend is like, I don't want to live anymore. I have nothing to live for. My girlfriend's broken up. I don't have any friends. It's sweet, sweetie. You will be fine. But I feel like she's playing with me though. She is through Instagram posts and notes, TikTok reposts. Oh, what, like sneak dissing? That's what the kids say, isn't it? Sneak dissing. It's so hard, and I don't know how to help myself. Here's the thing. I'm going to say something to you, but you're a child. You're a child, so you're not really going to take it in as much as I would like you to take it in. None of this matters in the grand scheme of things. And when I say that, it matters that you're upset and you're having a hard time, yes. But this will pass very quickly. In maybe a month, 2 months, you will either probably get back with this girl, let's be honest, because you're a child. You haven't yet learned about love bombing and gaslighting and manipulative behavior because you're a child. So I don't really know why I read this. I hope it all gets better for you. I've nothing to say other than this doesn't matter. You will be fine. Okay. Well, that has been this week. It has been, I don't know how many minutes, but I've had a great time. It hasn't been as subdued as I had originally intended. So let's do oh yes. Apparently I hit 100, not even apparently, I got my YouTube plaque because I hit 100,000 subscribers. I'm going to show you guys it. Oh, my water bottle. Thank you, YouTube, for just handing me, you are YouTube, by the way. YouTube just handed me my $100,000 plaque. Here's the thing. So my best friend and my little baby cousin, she's not a baby, she's like 36. No, she's 20. How old is she? She's 6 years younger, 21. 21. She is 21. And they used to watch YouTube when they were younger quite a bit. And for this was very surreal. Me getting this was very surreal for them. You know? So, thank you everyone that currently is subscribed to me. You probably won't all watch or listen to this because I don't think I have 100,000 people listening to my podcast every episode, but thank you. I don't know what to do now. Are you in is it mirrored? I don't know what to do now. Thank you. Well, I'll have you and goodbye. See you later.